con él por hacer la liga y porque me ha ganado. Así que...
No sé, tío, no te veo ahí... ¿No quieres claro, seguro?
¿Qué?
¿No quieres claro a nadie?
No, pueden perder los dos, Simon, pero no sé por qué.
Ponemos 1200 y solo.
Salva mis cojones. He estudiado mucho ahí, claro.
Yo solo tiro 12.
Nada más. Ya estamos con tus inventos, Simon. Campeana. Madre que te parió.
Madrid, ¿verdad? ¿Mario?
Sí. De Moratalá.
Tengo que cambiarla, ¿no? Tengo que cambiarla.
Y Ander, mi pueblo.
Para calle.
Ea.
¿Qué te lo escriba?
No, contado, ¿no? Ah, sí, sí. Los daños los tuyos, ¿no?
Sí, mejores años. Tú tienes el grande, ¿vale?
¿Con Craxon o sin Craxon? Sí. 99. Y aquí me entiendo colores. Blanco muy fácil.
Preocupado. Qué bien.
Bajo uno blanco y otro gris, que son como más jodidos.
Mario, pon tus cartas, por favor.
Vamos a 99 los dos, entonces.
Las barrajes y protones.
Sí.
¿Y ese que más lleva?
A mí.
El pequeño es el que no lleva cinta. Ah, vale.
Tiras un dado, Ander, si quieres.
Vale, ¿qué quieres?
Impacto. Impacto.
Yo soy un caballero, pero bueno.
Esto es con las cartas. Ah, vale.
Faltaba una cosa. Listo. Mira, bueno, justo esto de verdad.
Okay, welcome back. Yeah, you can hear me. Right, welcome back to round 5 from the System Open Series 2019 event in Madrid. Let's take a look at what we got on the screen. That my clock isn't switching on. Right, so I've got them a time extension on your left-hand side of the screen, and the Lopez from Baracaldo, Spain is playing the quad Phantoms that everybody knows and loves. 3 of them with Duke, 1 of them without. They are marked with coloured base markers. On the other side of your screen, you've got Mario Nunez, who's playing the 4K wings that we saw in the last match. Here comes his list. Warden Squadron Pilot, Barrage Rockets, Proton Bombs, Barrage Rockets, Proton Bombs, Barrage Rockets, Proton Bombs, Barrage Rockets, Sabine Ren, Proton Bombs. Okay, so those are your lists. I've managed to get them a little extension, which I'm trying to set up correctly on the screen. So give me one moment, please. 66 is going to be 70, so take this down to 70. Up. Start the timer. Okay, I'm going to have to wait for my timer to get up and running. As I've not charged the battery in some time. But yeah, I'll try and get that going to them as soon as possible. So thank you for joining us again. Round 5 underway at the System Open Series 2019 Madrid event. We spent as much time as possible dodging them as we could, but as the field got smaller and smaller, we want to see people that are undefeated, and we were looking for interesting matchups. We got Ander Lopez and Mario Nunez, who are playing the two metalists of the day. Mario, and a very accomplished player, won the national event back to back, 2015, 2016, playing quad TLTs. In the 2016 event, beating the triple jump master list of the day, which was something that was supposed to be unexpected, right? The quad TLTs beat the jump master, but yeah, he managed to do it. He's got an excellent positional game, similar to Farn that we saw in the last round, and he's using the dice app. Oh, joy, joy, joy. So, hit blank from Mario, and hit blank. And blank. Now you see a lot of people criticize that dice app, but that dice app's easier to see than those black dice, isn't it? Oh dear. No, I'm a fan of that dice app, and I'm glad to have finally got Mario on with the dice app and be able to put a few things to rest. And as we've seen from a recent dice study, a clinical dice study, the dice app is probably the fairest for distribution and variance of results. Come on, will you switch on? Oh, it's coming on. Good job I didn't confiscate his phone. I forgot to confiscate the phones in this round, and a good job I didn't, because Mario would be receiving messages. Mario wouldn't be able to roll his dice. Okay, so a pretty standard opening from the Phantoms. They're moving in a block formation and a kind of what's the word for it? Sketchily moving around in their board edge area, looking for an opportunity to close range when it matches up. They want to try and keep themselves to a point where they can try and suffer as little damage as possible as a unit in one round, and then jump into range 1 and start piling dice into one of those wardens and taking them off the board, taking one of them off the board per turn, hopefully only sustaining minimal damages on their own side of the table. And Mario needs to play a positional game. He needs to be controlling board space, hemming them into that corner, making sure they've got fewer options until eventually he can just kind of block them down. Doesn't do my phone. Well, I'm preparing an emergency timer so they're both aware of the their own round timer and making sure I get it as accurate as possible. Waiting for 10 seconds to count down so I can start the timer. Okay, so that's taken care of. Now it's just a question of waiting to see how many Phantoms get to shoot on one K-wing. So I can see hit, and a focus. 2 blanks on the evade dice. Down go the shields. Oh gosh, computer's on the other side of the table. There's 2 hits there. Oh no, it must have been a focus then. Aye. Oh, the lights are on. Now we've got overhead shadows. And there's a hit and a hit there. Hit, crit, and a blank on the evade dice again. So he's already lost a couple of shields and he's onto damage cards, 3 of them on the... Come on, computer. I can't hear them talking.
La media, o sea, no estoy viendo nada tirada. Sí, esos plenos.
Esos plenos. No, este gasta el ojo,
Sí, sí.
Pero este no.
Con ojo, ni una puta cara blanca. Joder, grande. Sí que es verdad. Saca lo que dice, lo saca.
Pero ya no salen los verdes.
Vaya bucaque. Vaya bucaque. Este... digo aquí.
¿A este? Sí. Vale.
Okay, so yep, the K-wing that is yeah, it's the one that's furthest from the camera right now. It's the one that we're getting fired upon, and his dice roll, he gets 1 hit. No, it's a crit, I guess. And there's a blank there, and a focus. Does not spend. Does not have focus. Decides whether or not to spend an evade. Decides not. Hit. Focus and something, but so there's like, well, it must have been evades. Rolls again, gets a hit and a blank. And there's 2 results there, but I can't make out what they are on those black dice.
Soy el primero que lo reconoce cuando...
Ya, sí, yo no te tengo que reconocer o no, es solo que tengo que saber algo. Sí, es una conversación conmigo mismo, tío.
Sí, lo sé, sí, cuando...
O sea, conmigo y tus dados, y los míos también.
¿Sabes por qué a mí me pasó esto hace 2 semanas? Se me dio una extensión de 4 minutos que existe el de ahí.
Vale. Ok. No hace falta.
Contra Kites, pero va a ser lo mismo. ¿Uso?
Aquí también cae, diazueta.
Pero hazlo caso porque no pita muy fuerte, ¿vale?
Vale, con
Vale.
son 4 minutos más.
Es 4 minutos que
Cuando
esa
pite y esto.
pita, cuando termina se hace un ping y ya está, ¿vale?
Ok. Ya te digo que llevo toda la tarde, sí. Claro, cuando sale alguien que te lo paga todo. Pero yo también estaba ahí en eso. Luego se corta un poquito.
¿Cuál?
Oriol.
That's my phone. My phone's over there. Okay, I'm not on the chat yet either, so... This is the wrong video. No, this is right. No, this is the wrong video. There we go. Okay. Right. Okay. So once again, yeah, I had all this stuff going on to get ourselves started. I'm back in the chat now. Everything's okay. Thank you for joining us. 65 of you. Mario Nunez, 2-time Spanish National Championship winner, playing a quad Y wings with TLTs. Quad K wing should be something that comes pretty naturally to him then from positional game. And Ander Lopez playing the quad Phantoms. Now obviously these aren't the 2 lists that everybody wanted to see. But there we go. As you start thinning out the field, less and less players on an undefeated record, this is what you start to see. Now obviously in the next round, being the 6th round, I get to look for people that are on a 4-1 record, and that could be a bit more interesting in the next round. And we've done pretty well to avoid quad phantoms up to now, and it was only in the last round, in round 4, that I got the quad K-wings on. And I did manage to get those up against some Jedi. So we've put some effort into mixing up the list, and I think we've done pretty well out of it. But yeah, it's only so long you can go.
Estaba a punto de hacer este aquí y luego el 4 de toque. Es que digo, no, si me tiran las bombas.
Así que para adelante y cerrada.
¿Cuál?
Para adelante y cerrada de 2.
No estaba haciendo, porque estaba pensando en hacer el 4 de toque. Pero luego me he acordado de las bombas. Todo lo que se hace en punto.
So did they overlap? So Mario going first, I guess, was because Ander won the initiative roll-off and decided to give it to Mario so that the bombs would happen before he decloaks. So I can't see Mario making that decision, but he'll go first. There's no overlap as far as pilot skill is concerned. It's basically in the systems phase that the initiative actually comes into play. Now with these lights coming on at just the right time, it was getting a bit dim. Lights are picking up. It's getting much brighter. When I switch over to the player cam the next time they go to dials, let me see how those windows are looking in the background. Maybe I can even get rid of these plinths I put up to try and block out some of the sunlight. What time is it as well? Make a note. It's like 6 o'clock, so I should be expecting this time tomorrow. We'll probably be playing the final. Top stage goes a little bit quicker. Focuses.
Saga ya puesto. Sí. Yo iba a hacer lo mismo y me iba a comer la piedra de la misma forma. Perdona, no, estaba convencido que había puesto el...
Sí, me pasa eso mucho.
Vale, esa nada y esta
So yeah, a couple of proton bombs going off here, and dealing face-up damage cards. Oh no, not face-up damage cards, just damage, huh? So he's got one gone there, one gone there. Looks like he's lost both shields on the one that's on the Phantom that's not got Duke as well. Yep. So yeah, now Mario's got an opportunity. He wants to try and make sure the K-wing that's furthest from us doesn't get taken off. It looks like he's only got possibility of being shot by one Phantom, the one with the turquoise marker on the peg. And they and he wants to try and get one of the Phantoms off the table. Now the one that's probably the best option for him is the one that is right parked in front of the Warden Squadron with the turquoise turret marker. But he, because that one's down to 2 hit points now, but he can't fire on it with the one that's right face to face with it because the barrage rockets don't have range 1. So Sabine applies a jam and an ion token to the 2 Phantoms that suffered the bomb. And Mario gets ready to attack. I've got a problem. So 1, 2, 1 hit, and he's rolling a die now. He says nope. It's a focus result. Spends the focus. And structural damage or console fire, I forget. 4 damage cards. Mario's becoming quite frustrated and says goodbye to that K-wing.
Una puta esquiva toda la partida. Madre mía, tío. te ha salido el rabo. Le pego torreta ahí.
Yo creo que no. La tienes en los laterales, ¿no? Llama al árbitro si quieres. Yo creo que eso...
2 blanks.
Es ahí actualizado.
Tira 2.
2. I can't see anything on those black dice. But anyway, it looks like he evaded that. Takes a shield on the Fantech. And they're back to dials.
Por si acaso yo, para mí es blanqueo. Pues si todavía te dirá yo, vale.
Tira este y tira este.
So yeah, Mario frustrated. He's got 1 K-wing down to 1 hit point already. The other 2 are untouched, but he's not been able to put enough damage on those platinums to actually what's the word I'm looking for? To actually threaten to take to take the end of them off the board. And with his wings spread out the way they are. So yeah, he's in a position here where he's got to kind of make the comeback, Mario, to be able to hold on to this game. It's not an unwinnable situation for him, but yes, it is against him with only because those Phantoms are going to take off the grey K-wing in this next turn, and that will leave things a lot more difficult for Mario with only 2 ships to try and shepherd these. Okay, dropping some proton bombs. Oops. I was getting in an argument about dice.
Este lo pongo.
Sí, adelante.
Okay, so Mario here manages to get a bit of damage onto one of those phantoms. The fuel leak. Crit. Was a direct hit, and that's why he's taken 2, I guess. And Sabine assigned distress to the same ship. Now, why? No, different. The orange one? The orange one suffered damage? Oh yeah, it's lost a shield as well. Oh, wrong button. Okay. Blank on the green dice, suffers another 2 hits. And Phantom, the yellow marked Phantom, fires onto the turquoise K-Wing. And it looks like I've got a blank, and a hit. Might be a focus on the other end there. He's evaded 1 with the physical dice. Takes a shield and a crit face up. That's a console. Is it a console fire, Sam? Are you sure? Yes, console fire. The other one, 2 points of structural damage, so what's that loose stabilizer? And 1, 2, blank and blank. It rolls a red dice by mistake. Looks like a focus result. 3 shields gone on the blue squad, gold warden squadron pilot. The console fire applies another damage.
El 1 sin escudos. Este es el 5, está con un escudo y este está sin los escudos.
And just gonna defending 2 blanks and blank hit and hit from Mario. Looks like a focus and a blank. Nope, obviously evaded that. And a hit and a hit. Now that Mario's rolling physical dice. And blank. No, doesn't seem to get any damage through either way. And they go back to dials. Once again, the interviews in the after the match will be conducted in Spanish for the Spanish players. We'll take this opportunity as well to remind everybody that this stream is brought to you thanks to the contributions we receive on Patreon. So please do consider going on to patreon.com/firstearth if you like the stream and like to see more of these events. So far, in the next few months, we've got the French Open coming up in Paris. I will be travelling to that and to the European Championships in August. So please do consider popping along to Patreon and helping out to make that things a little bit easier for the future tournaments. A lot of the money goes on travel costs. Every now and then I'm able to use the money to buy a piece of equipment. This month I've dropped 150 euros on a new piece of equipment that's helping me a lot here, and will hopefully make things a lot better for the future. And also, even though we're not streaming to Twitch today because of problems with the local network in the area, in the venue, that blocks anything to do with games, in or out, it would always be helpful for those of you that do have a Twitch Prime subscription to pop on over to the twitch.tv/firstearth channel and drop your Prime subscriptions there. Even though we're not streaming there today, you can still do that, and that money does reach me, and it is all greatly received and goes straight back into improving the stream, improving and being able to make it to some of the best events around Europe. Uphill struggle now coming from Mario. He's got one of the Phantoms down to 1 hit point. Maybe he can manage to seal that one in. It's the one that's currently in the middle of the squadron, the swarm, the shortest Phantom of the 4, and unmarked. And it's also the only one that doesn't have Duke. So they're back to the systems phase. Mario starts dropping proton bombs again. And the Phantoms decloak.
No puedo hacer.
Yeah, so the K-Wing's just kind of spacing out. The one that's particularly damaged is escaping off to the far end of the board, which is going to make things a bit more difficult for him to get back involved. But then he's got all that needs to happen is that Ander needs to turn one Phantom in its direction, and it can wipe out the board easily. So Mario looks to have given up on the die sap. He's put his He's put his phone away. He's not put it away, but he doesn't seem to have used it the last few rolls in that last round. Let's also remember that the temperature outside is over 38 degrees. Let's see what it says now, just to double check. We had in the last round, Farn admitted that he couldn't think straight with the 39 degrees outside now. I'm quite lucky in that I'm sat with a fan behind me, so I'm not gonna judge about how everybody else is feeling. It is very hot in here. There is air conditioning put on, but like I said, it's a basketball court. It's used to having 20 men running around it, not 288, and so the air conditioning is only doing such a good job. So it is hot. It is frustrating for everybody, and so tensions are high.
¿Cuánto está esto?
And Adam doesn't seem to be too worried about that one hit K-wing disappearing off into the distance. Definitely choosing to focus on the turquoise one, which is currently still on full health. Oh no, he's switched those colours around. Okay, so I've got them in the wrong order. It's white and then so white is the bottom one on the turquoise. Yes, turquoise. Not orange. Oh, come on. Click. Turquoise. Not violet. There we go. And then this is the white one. Got there in the end. So I can see 1, 2, 3 hits and a blank, and that looks like a blank as well. 1, 2, 3. Face up look like a direct hit. Yep. 4 damage cards go on to the white Warden Squadron, and you've got another 3 hits there. Looks like another blank. And another 3 hits. Another dead K-wing. He's now down to 1 K-wing with 4 hit points left and 1 K-wing with 1 hit point left, all the way over on the other side of the board. There doesn't look like there's much time left in this game.
Es que no has tenido una oportunidad por los dados.
Tú no has parado, no has tirado todo. Has fallado 4 caras vacías en toda la partida de ataque y defensa.
No has tenido una oportunidad
En ataque
por los
y
dados.
defensa hablan quedado 4 caras.
Sí, que no.
Y yo no te saco más de 2 impactos más que una vez. ¿Te lo has parado?
Right, I need so let's see if we can make it to 40 degrees outside before round 6 starts. We have actually thinned out. There have been some drops. I can see that the last 2 rows of the table are now pretty much empty. So yeah, things are lightening up a little bit. Maybe that will help a little bit, but yeah, there's still a lot going on, and those windows are still giving me a nuclear glare. You can see from those windows in the background how much sunlight is coming through them. Just imagine, it is very hot. So for our Americans that are joining us at this hour, just to let you know, 39 degrees outside is the equivalent to 102 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, it's not the same inside. It is a little bit cooler, but yeah, you can notice there is a lot of heat. Yeah, it's definitely obvious. There's still 15 minutes left on the official round time. Remember, these two players have a 4-minute extension. Although looking at things, is that K-Wing? No, that K-Wing's not alive. He's just left it on the tabletop as he's picked up his cards. There we go. Move it out of the way. Mario's down to a total of 5 hit points and has still yet to take one of Anders' ships off the board. Banking to the right. What's he done here? Because he's got a whole ton of damage cards there, so I'm guessing I've missed something, and he's actually down to like 1 whole point on both of them. He's packing up his stuff. One hit, one crit, takes it off the table straight away. Can't do anything about that with 1 die. It looks like he's gone to the app again. Back to tiles. Now this is going to be Mario's first loss of the day, so that doesn't mean the tournament's over for him. He can still win the next game and make it to the top. And historically speaking, back when I used to track player performance in Spain, Mario was a person who did very well every time he made a top. It was he would normally just sneak into a top after having a pretty bad performance in the Swiss, but just snuck in and then would dominate in top. Now because top play is, being an elimination bracket, there's a slightly different style of play there and a different way the game can be played. So once you get to that point, and this was back in first edition when MOV was the score, and you could use that to determine how well, whether or not you only had to win a game by 1 point in the elimination bracket. Now going back over this is second edition now, so things are a bit different, but like I say, there's elimination brackets are still a slightly different game format. It's not the same. Your performance isn't judged over the whole day, if not rather than just by game, and so of course if you lose one game you're out, but then that's it. But then you can, every single game has a different type of win condition, right? And so that's not an issue there. It looks like he's just kind of like playing for. He's not even paying attention. Yeah, he's not even doing the maneuvers. Focuses. Checking emails. And he's even packed the ship away because he's going to get shot this round. Went over an asteroid. Looks like he took a crit. Yeah, but a direct hit to boot.
Si tengo la mano para disparar, también la tengo para mí.
Dale la vuelta.
And it looks like he rocked that ship as well, so that ship won't be firing. But it looks like Anders got a couple of range 3 shots here from between yellow, Dukeless and red moving up now. Rolls, dice, gets 2 hits, and that's the end of the game. Switching back. So there we go. Mario packed everything away, so there wasn't really anything left to do. I'll go see if he's okay to talk. He might not be. If that's the case, that's totally respectful. Ander, enhorabuena, 5-0. Dame un segundo. Ahí estás.
Qué calor.
Hace calor, eso sí, de muchas maneras, ¿verdad? Y te tiembla. Ya, es que obviamente Mario ha negado tener una entrevista y se entiende que se ha calentado mucho y tampoco lo quiere hacer que parece que está
No sé.
solo cabreado, pero ha tenido mala suerte.
A ver, no sé si tenías el audio de la partida.
Sí, se escucha. Sí.
Pero ¿cuántas veces le he pedido perdón?
No, ya. No, ya.
Es que no ha habido partida porque me ha salido todo.
Ya, no, ya. Y ya.
Y está lista cuando te sale todo.
Y él era como incluso en la tercera tirada de que él ya estaba diciendo es que la cosa me estaba volando. Porque tú estabas entrando a todos los impactos y él estaba blanqueando, que sea por aplicación o sea por dados, y todo igual. Así que ya se entiende que se ha frustrado mucho, ¿vale? Y obviamente se ha visto, y como hemos dicho, hace calor aquí. Eso en cada las personalidades se afecta de una manera diferente. Si eres una persona un poco más pasional, como Mario, por ejemplo, que puede ser que una situación así te lo cumbre el vaso, ¿no? Y en tu caso de que
Igual, o sea, cuando me sale una mala partida de estas que te frustran porque
sí y
porque,
pasa,
porque pierdes, porque no te sale, es que verdaderamente
frustra,
no me ha salido nada.
eso sí, ya.
O sea,
y por ejemplo en el caso de Fan ha jugado contra Ángel antes y él le ha dicho es que Fan Langland ha dicho es que con el calor a veces me perdí, no me podría pensar tan claro, y es eso, ¿no? Pues ya está, tú estás en el top para mañana. ¿Ya?
Sí, con las 5 sí.
¿Tienes 5 ya? Creo que Kites también, ¿verdad?
Kites ha perdido una antes contra Alberto.
Ah, sí, es verdad. Pues Albert está jugando ahí ahora. Ya
Creo
veremos.
que ha ganado.
Pues eso.
Y Andoni y Rubén creo que ha perdido antes aquí en el
Sí,
streaming.
Rubén perdió, sí.
Y Andoni me queda que no lo tengo localizado. Sí.
Pues eso, ya lo veremos, ¿vale? Suerte para la siguiente partida, ¿vale? Y para mañana. Y veremos qué pasa. ¿Tú quieres ver cómo estaba? Mira, el ranking antes de... adiós. el ranking antes de empezar la partida. Ahí estaba Ander en puesto 10 y Mario estaba en puesto tercero, ¿vale? Entonces, de los invictos, de que ahí son 18, ahora quedarán 9 para la siguiente ronda. Sin embargo, esos no son los que queremos mirar. Nosotros queremos ver los que están con un récord, con una... I'm still speaking in Spanish. Sorry. So yeah, we're not so much interested in the next game and the people that are undefeated. We want to see people that have lost one game to see who's going to play for a chance to play in the top. So we're going to disconnect now. Please make sure you are subscribed to the channel and you've pressed the little bell button to make sure you receive a notification when we come back for round 6, and we'll see who else makes it through to the top cup.